All right, welcome to a training video, and this video is probably going to be a little bit longer. This is going to be a deep dive into creating a Zapier app with the ShedSuite webhooks that integrates with QuickBooks. So for you to be able to create a QuickBooks invoice in QuickBooks when an order is processed inside ShedSuite. So let's dive in. I'm going to get my Zapier account loaded up over here, and I went ahead and clicked create new Zap. So this is where I'm at. I've got a new Zap going here. So we're going to label this Zap ShedSuite to QuickBooks. And then what we're going to do is going to select a trigger. So the trigger we want is webhooks. So we want this to be the inbound trigger that we want, and so we're just going to do a catch hook, and we're going to continue and click continue. They're going to give you an endpoint here. So this endpoint is what you're going to grab for ShedSuite. We're going to go ahead and get ShedSuite loaded up over here, and go under your settings, under order processed, and we're going to go ahead and put this endpoint in here. All right, and now we will be able to go back over to Zapier. It's actually listening for an event, so what we need to do is go ahead and process an order so that we can get that payload over there in Zapier. So we're going to go ahead and process an order. Going to go back over to QuickBooks, and Zapier. We're going to test this trigger. Okay, we've got this payload that came in here. So all we have to do now is continue with the selected record. The next thing we want to do is we want to click QuickBooks Online. So we've got QuickBooks here. What we want to do now is create an invoice. So click Create Invoice. That's going to get your QuickBooks account logged in, pulled up over here. I've already logged into my QuickBooks account, so that's already authenticated, but you would do that. You would log into your QuickBooks account. So here you're going to configure a customer, and so what you're going to do is click or add search step. So what you want to do is search for a customer, a step that lets you dynamically look up a value each time you run a Zap. So we want to add this search step, and it's going to be find customer in QuickBooks. So what we want to do is we want to look up the customer by their email. Search field is by their email. Search value, we're going to look through the ShedSuite payload here, and we're going to map the email to the value here. So we should be able to look down, and let's just do email. Okay, we've got the email there, so the search value is going to be email. Should this step be considered a success when nothing is found? So you want to say that no, because you want to map it. If there isn't one, you want to create one, so you want to click Create QuickBooks Online Customer if it doesn't exist. So that's what you want here. We're going to go full name. So I think we have not in that search field, sorry. Go in here, and customer name is what you'll put in the full name field. The display name, I would probably do full name as well. Oh, sorry, wrong field again. Customer name is what we call it. And let's just do, nope, not here. Always got to go down here. Name, I think we might have first name and last name. Okay, it looks like we just have customer name. Let's use a little bit of AI and see if this works. Okay, that looks like it's doing something we don't necessarily need. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete that. We don't necessarily want to do that. So we're good here. We want to go ahead and find or create a customer in QuickBooks. We can test this step and see if this step is a success. If it runs, then great. Okay, so we're going to continue. So what we're doing here is we're creating an invoice in QuickBooks Online. So the customer is required. So we're going to find the customer in QuickBooks. We're going to look him up by the ID. I'm going to get rid of this one. And we're going to set the customer's email address. Search available fields. All right, email. Okay, we don't need to fill the rest of this out for now. So what we're going to do is we're going to enter the service date. I think you can leave that blank. If you leave it blank, it will put in the current day, current time, so that's fine. You can leave that. So the product or service, so inside your QuickBooks account, what I would recommend doing is creating a product for every model. So in this case, I created a product called Lofted Barn, so I'm going to create that Lofted Barn. We can also add a search and create step. If you don't have, you can do this to where, like, if the model is not found in QuickBooks, create it. So we could do that. We'll just click this, find products. If it's not in QuickBooks, create a product. So we're going to say product name is going to be, I think we want model. Okay. And then should this step be considered a success? So I guess they don't have a create product in here, they just have a lookup. So basically, if they don't find this product in QuickBooks, they can fail the pipeline so that it won't go further than this. You can say, should this step be considered a success when nothing is found? If you say no, then you need to have this model or this product in QuickBooks. So we kind of want it to fail because we want to make sure that we're mapping products. So we'll go ahead and say continue. And if we test the step, we look for the product. Okay, the product does not exist in the QuickBooks account. So let me go create that, and then I'll be back and we'll pick up from after I've created that product. All right, I went ahead and created that product over here in my QuickBooks account, and now let's go ahead and test the step again, see if it's there. Okay, perfect. Succeeds. Lofted Barn Cabin is there. We're going to click continue. So now we're going to create an invoice in QuickBooks Online for this customer. So we are going to put in all the information needed for the product. So let's go ahead and look up the product or service by find products, and we want this product ID. And then we're going to put in, these are the line items. So the description, we're going to use the model. And we might even add the serial number. Well, not in that field, sorry, I forgot that. There's a search field. Serial number, so I might do something like that. The description is the model and the serial number. The quantity is 1. The amount is going to be in the hook. I'm going to do subtotal right here for the amount of the line item. And that's going to be enough, I believe, for us to create an invoice. There's a lot of other fields that you can fill out, but for this, we're just going to go ahead and test this out. So we want to go ahead and test this step. See if we can create an invoice in QuickBooks. It looks like it did. And we're going to go ahead and publish. Cool. So we can verify that by going to the QuickBooks account, and we can go over here to customers. I think we can just actually go to your overview. You can go to all sales. Yeah, so here's the transaction. The invoice just came in for this customer right here, and we'd be able to edit the invoice or open up the invoice and look at it. So here's your product or service, your description, and the customer's information here. You can fill more of this stuff out, like billing address and stuff like that, using that webhook. There's more data in that payload that you can use. But let's just go ahead and take a look here. We've got this this app Zap Publish. So let's take a look at this in this Shed Suite order process to create. Well, actually, I think we named it. It's on right here. So which one? Let's refresh and see where my Zaps are. Oh no, that's not it. Shed Suite to QuickBooks. Okay, right here it is. So we can just look at this Zap. And I want to look at the Zap runs. Okay. So access, okay, and Zap history. That's where I want to go, into Zap history. And we should be able to filter by Zaps. Okay, past 30 days. So now really what I want to do is just test this out. We can go back to our dashboard here. There's an unprocessed order here for Webhook Tester 3. And we can go ahead and I'm going to change this to cash because we're updating this. Process the order. So let's just see if we get a Zap over here that runs. Perfect. So it looks like this one was stopped because the product probably didn't exist in QuickBooks, and you can actually see where it failed. So right here, they tried to find a product in QuickBooks Online. They couldn't find the product, the premium A-frame dormer. So you would need to add this product to your QuickBooks account, and then this Zap would run. And you can show that by, I can actually just copy this premium A-frame dormer, go over here to my QuickBooks account, go under products and services, click on new product, a non-inventory product, make this a premium A-frame dormer, and we can just do any SKU but PAFD, and the category can be sheds, and we can just go ahead and make this go into our sales of product income account, save and close. And now if we go back over here to Zapier and we look at our Zap runs. Yeah, Zap runs. Okay, so we can replay this Zap run. Okay, and now it's successful. So back over here in QuickBooks, we should be able to go under our sales and look at our all of our sales and see a new transaction here for Webhook Tester 3. So here's the order that just came in from that Webhook event. So hopefully this was helpful. I know this is a long video, so you can fast forward it, go back and forth as you need, but you are able to create QuickBooks invoices when an order is processed in Shed Suite utilizing Zapier. Hope this helps, and we'll see you in the next video.